Mhm. Hello, 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 hello. Mhm. Hey, look who's here. David, good evening. Jordan, good evening. Mike Tufts, good evening. Styley Designs, Robbie, Brennan, AM, Bushy. It's 2 a.m. in Denmark. Damn, I got your package, right? Um, I get the package from Denmark. Where is it? Dang it, where is it? I think I might have already brought it into the shop. Let's see. Jesse, Anthony, how you doing? Nice to see you again too. Kiowa's here. What did I miss? Nothing. We just started. It's only 8:01, so it's only been live for a few minutes, you know. I kicked it off a little bit before 8 just to make sure that it actually happens. I had to restart it twice. It doesn't go live every time I push the buttons. Sometimes it takes a few attempts. Didn't miss anything. No, no. For those of you who are new, I do a live stream 3 times a week. My name is Patrick. The channel name is Jack Crafty. We get all the usual suspects here tonight. Oh, it wasn't from you. Okay, different Dane. Yes, it was. Sorry about that. Yeah, I got some Danish flint. I thought it was coming from Sweden, but no, it's actually coming from Denmark. Yeah, I got the box today. But I was gonna do the unboxing on video. I'll probably do the unboxing after the live stream. I'll just do a video on it. So I'll be napping some Danish flint and some high grade flints after the obsidian stuff. Yeah. I think this is the last week of obsidian. I got an obsidian piece in the thumbnail. I just did that one tonight. It's partially clear. Can't see it. Anyway, I'll need the back. I need it to be backlit. Let's see. I got a 1 millimeter piece of flint at the beach. Want me to ship it to you? That's okay. I mean, if you want to, you can save up a box. I'll pay for the shipping. Have you ever heard of Petoskey? I don't think it's nappable, but I just learned about it and it's so cool. Nope, I haven't heard about that one. Petoskey. No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. 1 meter long. Oh dang! It's a 1 meter long piece of flint. Heck, you can sell it to someone over there. Yeah, don't need to ship it over here. Very pretty stuff, Petoskey. Hmm. Michigan rock guys find it on the channel I watch. What channel do you watch that has that stuff? Keith, just got here. What did I miss? Sweat stage? No, no napping tonight. No napping tonight. It's not the sweat stage yet because there hasn't been any hard questions yet. Everyone is just saying hello. Let's see. Okay, we'll wait for Bren to post the channel name. Some of the flakes you turned into points on your last video were paper thin. Yeah, the flakes, they start out at 12-to-1 ratio or better in some cases, right? They are very difficult to nap unless you're very, very patient. But it's funny because new guys will nap those more easily, I think, than experienced guys in some cases. Michigan rocks. Michigan rocks. Let's see. Let me consult the almighty phone, cell phone. Or is it not a YouTube channel? Is it an Instagram channel? Let's see, Michigan rocks. I'm going to subscribe. Explore Michigan's rocky beaches and learn to polish your finds and make beautiful things from them. All righty. Okay. So what do I do? Michigan Rocks Petoskey? Yeah, it's YouTube. Okay. Small, but still cool. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Get your jokes and questions ready. I don't have anything prepared. I don't prepare anything on Fridays or Mondays. New guys treat thin flakes with delicacy. Experienced guys hit the crap out of the thin flakes. Yeah. The experienced guys, they know that they've got a bazillion flakes. So it's like, oops, I broke it. Another one. Oops. Toss it over your shoulder. It's actually good luck to toss broken points over your shoulder. You know that? You didn't know that? Now you know. Petoskey won't nap. No? Figures, huh? You can grind them into shape. Any stubborn stone can be ground down to shape. You don't even need to nap it. Okay. Hopefully we get the throat cleared and plenty of time for lots of fun and games. Let's see. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little statitious. Stitious. Hello, Devin. Yeah, I have never heard of Petoskey either. Whatever that kind of material is. I do the same thing, grind the sides down and add some thickness to the edge before attempting a flake run. Yeah, it's a way to do it. I just watched Mr. John Tuttle nap porcelainite. Ever heard of it? Oh, yeah. Mac Bales, I've heard of porcelainite. It's really good if you can get your hands on it. Somebody did send me some porcelainite. I can't say it. Years ago, someone sent me some. We like picking stone here in South Mississippi. Yeah. I learned I've been bridging a lot, and that's the main reason for my snap and halfish. Really? It's so good when you discover what you've been doing wrong, and if it's something simple to correct. Some guys are like, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not even using the tools right because I got them all loose in the bits, and I didn't know, how do I fix loose bits? I don't even know how to fix it. Right? They get to a position where, okay, I know what's wrong now, and how do I fix it? I don't know how to fix it. But if it's easy to fix, you got it made. Yeah. John T speaks well of Pat. Oh, thanks. I'm glad. Not everyone speaks well of me. I've gotten into arguments on the internet. Yes, I have. You showed the example of bridging, and I was like, ding, light bulb. Yeah, good. I'm glad it helped. Missing my candle. Yeah, there you go. So, damn. So yeah, this week I think is the final week of just nothing but obsidian videos. After this auction, I'll be mixing it up, doing some flint. Ad trouble getting you? I don't know. Ed Gould, how's it going? Bill, you have to do all the way. I'm reading some comments here from you guys talking to each other, but it's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, we made it. Bill Taylor's here. I'll be teaching my son how to make pressure flakes tomorrow with 16 penny nails and 2 with copper. 2 with 16 penny nails and 2 with copper. Awesome. You were frozen for a while? Me, I was frozen. I think you might have a bad connection there, Ed. Keith, what kind of copper? Yep. Yeah, the copper I'm using right now, well, you didn't ask me the question, but in case you're curious, the kind of copper that I'm using, I think they're brazing rods. They're square little rods. You was in the frozen stream waiting too? Dang. Thank you for addressing the dropping water on the hot rock, Smith. Just logically, how would you ever control direction of a flake? More like an explosion in your face. Yeah, I'll show you what happens. You get fire pops and cracks. And it also ruins the stone if you get too high on the heat. You go above 350 degrees and you're playing with dice. And, in order to get anything to pop or crack, you need a high temperature on the stone. Now, you can do that with larger stones. If you need to break up a larger stone, you can heat it up. But it's not for knapping. But I'll eventually get around to doing that. I think I might use some of Brennan's stone because I got to heat that in a fire anyway. See what happens when I drop water on that one. Yeah. It's laurel chert. Is that the name, laurel chert? I'm going to drop some water on the hot laurel chert. I like to go out into nature where the Indians used to live in Napa arrowheads and just leave them there as an offering. Okay. You can do that, but future archaeologists might get mixed up. Yeah. It's on them, though, because if they're not smart enough to know it's modern, then oh well. But still, I don't recommend just leaving stuff out. Yeah, I didn't know. That was weird. Never happened before. I have number 4 solid wire and copper welding rods, so I'll try both. Yes. Just try them. Just about any kind of soft metal will work, except for the really soft metal. I've had someone ask me if lead would work. No. And pewter and stuff like that. I have not tried pewter, but I suppose if it's a strong enough alloy that you can nap with it, you can probably also nap with silver. But I don't know. I haven't tried pewter or silver for napping tools. You should see what melted glass does to concrete. Yeah, I want to see that. Yep, laurel chert. I'm going to drop some cold water on hot laurel chert. Is black tourmaline nappable? Oh, gosh. I'm trying to think here. Since I'm not sure what the black tourmaline is, I would say no. It's always no by default. Yeah. So that you won't get people going, you told me it was nappable. When I got some, it cost me $18,000 and it doesn't even nap. Don't spend $18,000 on rocks that I tell you are good, okay? Just take it easy. Get a little bit. Try one piece or, spend $5. That's it. Tourmaline is crystal-like. If it's like a quartz crystal, it might nap. We're having technical difficulties with the voice tonight. It's probably because I haven't spoken since the last live stream. Yeah, I haven't spoken to anybody or said anything almost in 2 days. Yeah, I just lived the hermit life here. And I like it. Yep. I should do the warm-up exercises with the voice before I go on live streams. That's what and before I start videos and stuff. Black clear crystal, like a healing crystal. My mom used to be a crystal lady. Lots of crystals and lots of glass sculptures and stuff. Herkimer diamonds do nap. We find them near me. Really? Did the obsidian dust get you a little or just allergies? I have a bit of both. I've been having allergies or something lately. It's been affecting my ears and my balance, so I get these little dizzy spells. But I can't imagine what it is that's causing the allergy. It's wintertime, so I usually don't have problems with allergies in wintertime. Maybe it's an infection. Did the obsidian dust? It didn't get to me, no. Let's see. Got to get one of those Japanese robots to talk to. Yeah. Yeah, gosh. I don't know. They look pretty good, but that'd be a little bit creepy, I think. Ross, hello, Patrick. Some names on the chat have blue stars by their name. Some have yellow stars. What do these signify? Those are members. I know the stars are members, but I don't know what the blue and yellow signifies. Yeah, tourmaline is a hard, durable, and complex borosilicate mineral. Borosilicate mineral is a complex borosilicate mineral. So yeah, anything complex and borosilicatized, I don't trust it. Could be the new and improved COVID. Yeah. I don't know. You never know these days, I guess. Numbers and different colors for longer or new members. Members and different colors for longer or new members. Okay. So I guess the new members are blue or the other way around. I don't know. They don't tell me these things. I got to look them up. When I look at my channel and stuff, like where I go to YouTube Studio, it doesn't tell me stuff. I got to look. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, let me look that up. Yep, new is blue. Okay, new is blue, but then Mike Tufts has got an orange one or something. You have to cut this grass and rake his leaves to get the gold color star next to your name. Okay. I wish. There's a lot of leaves in the fall here. Yeah. There's a lot of snow right now, but we're going to get some warmer weather. Hopefully it'll decrease a little bit. I bought a trailer so I can start hauling stuff around, and I haven't been able to use it yet. It's too far into the yard. I got to bring it out into the driveway so that next time it snows, it's not going to be snowed in. Let's see. JF Baird, Friday Night Live. Howdy, everybody. Hey. Yeah, say hi to everybody. Hey, Jim Main is here. How did you get Bushy? How did you get that bow and arrow little emoji? Is that what the emojis look like? I guess so. Yeah. Okay, never mind. The emojis are a little bit oversized in the chat. That's cool. See, I can see the fletching on the arrow. It's so big. Yeah. Normally, when you hit an emoji, it's so tiny that you can't see any detail. So, what does bow MWMBWE mean? There's a rock emoji too. When you wake up tomorrow, you'll have 20 people raking your leaves. Yeah. Good luck with that. Right now, it's covered with snow. I sure like to look at winter. I don't like to feel it. Yeah. No, I was stomping around in the yard yesterday because it has a hard crust. So I was making a new path to go back around behind the shed. I was stomping around on that. We got like an inch of crust on the top of everything. So I can stand on some parts and then some parts will fall through. Reminds me of when I was a kid, we used to do that. Now that Pat taught me how to nap thinner, I was left with a super wide triangle biface. Turned it into a megalodon shark tooth effigy point. Yeah, I saw that. I should have just watched. I should have just waited to send you some of the laurel once I heat treated it. But I didn't expect such cool results. Really rosy color. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Let's see. Anthony, we have a lot of crystal ladies where I live, but they're the bad kind. They like to steal the native artifacts. Oh, dang. That's not good. Misspelled member. Okay, you use W's instead of E's. Yeah, that's an easy mistake. Have you ever wire wrapped any of your points or made pendants and necklaces? Yes, I have. Yeah, I'm not that good at wrapping them with wire. I've had more luck wrapping them with sinew. Believe it or not. You can make a loop. You wrap it with sinew and glue, right? Like Elmer's glue, so it's not sticky afterwards, or not too sticky. And you just shape it when it's damp, and then you put like a little stick or something in the loop above, and it dries that way. Pull the stick out, and it looks natural. With the wire, I have a hard time figuring out how to twist the wire and stuff so it looks good. But yeah, I have made both. 2 inches of ice on the snow here, 3 feet of snow or more. Yikes. Yeah. Anthony says those are Patrick's stars. Yeah, my kids used to make fun of my name because of SpongeBob. Yeah. I'm used to it. I love the look of a napped arrow point mounted to a cut piece of shaft with a hole drilled in it for the string. Sinew wrap. Yeah, that's an excellent pendant. Yep, I like those too. I have not made those though, because it's something everyone else makes. Yeah. I want to try to do something original. We'll see. Stars are for patrons and members, yes. Saludos. Kaibil Balam. Kaibil Balam. Are you new? I don't recognize the name, but hello. Ed Gould, let's see. Click on the $sign and you get a star. Patrick was the best character on SpongeBob anyways. I remember. You gave me the ugly. Remember that when SpongeBob and Patrick were looking in the mirror or something, and it was actually SpongeBob's bad breath that was scaring everybody away, but SpongeBob thought he was ugly. And then Patrick thought he caught it. You gave me the ugly. Yes. Hey, Patrick, just tuning in for the night, making a trans-paleo lance from some Clorox glass. Awesome. What's a trans-paleo lance? Native. Correct. If you donate $100, you get a star. Watch out for these guys. Let's see. Not the hash-slinging slasher. Yeah, the hash-slinging slasher. Was that the name? It's something like that. I remember that one too. Have you ever napped effigies? Yes, I have napped effigies. I have requests for effigies. Do I like napping effigies? No, I do not. But I have done it in the past. Why don't I like napping effigies? Because it doesn't seem like it's a good use of the stone. You know, the reason why we make these things is to sharpen them up so we can shoot them or cut something. Yeah, they're supposed to be sharp. They're supposed to be working points. Not supposed to stick them up on a wall, although many people do. Effigies are just for looks. Hey, somebody did a super chat. $9.99. Thank you very much, Justin Cornelius. Ever nap vintage ball canning jars? No, I have not napped those vintage jars. Let's see. Have you ever napped effigies? Yes. Let's see. The onion ice cream episode. Yeah. The Sunday. Is that the same episode? I don't know. I'm the wood carver from it. Okay, I missed something. Let's see. IG. Instagram. Hello, Jordan. How's the Black Hills? Heat wave today. There's a heat wave today somewhere. Mason jars. Okay. So jars usually, if they're clear, are usually no good for napping because they are tempered and they nap funny. They're tempered to a high degree. For some reason, with the clear glass, a lot of them are tempered to a high degree. So you try to nap it, they feel kind of tough, but then when they break in a weird way. The transitional Paleolithic era is at the end of the last ice age around 10,500 BP. Point styles include Plainview, Midland, Agate Basin, mainly based around heavy pressure flaking. Yeah, it's a transitional paleo. Yeah, but you shortened it down to trans paleo. So we don't know what that means when you shorten it down. Or I don't, because it could mean something else. I know. I'm kidding. I know. I mean, I hope you know. Let's see. I did know what the transitional paleo is. There's also transitional archaic. Let's see. The transitional paleo based around heavy pressure flaking. That I don't know. The transitional paleo, it's not based. If you include Midland and Folsom in there, it's not based around heavy pressure flaking. They use percussion to develop the preforms to a high degree, and then they pressure flake. Let's see. Almost time to get out and rock hunt in the hills. Has anybody ever snapped a snake effigy or napped a snake effigy? Yeah, just look up Paleo Man Jim on YouTube. I don't know if he's napped them on video, but he's got a video where he shows his previous nappings, and he's got at least one snake effigy made out of mahogany obsidian, I think. I mean, there are other nappers that do effigies. If you look on Facebook and join the napping groups, eventually they'll post their work, and there's a lot of effigy guys posting their work on Facebook. Uh, I agree. Spend all that time thinning the blade and making the surface consistent, then to just break the edges into an effigy. Yeah, all the frames, some effigies like a buffalo I saw was awesome. Yeah, the effigies are cool if you're into that sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's more on the craftsman side of napping than the sportsman side. I like to actually use the nappings. If I'm gonna make something, it feels better to make something that can be used. And sometimes I'll use a blade once in a while that I've napped, but I'm over that stage. I used to try to use all the blades that I had worked on in the beginning to see if they actually work. Stone blades and glass blades. It turns out you don't even need to nap them to get blades. You just need to work with the flakes. When I'm working with stone to do things like butchering or woodwork or cutting leather working, I use mostly flakes and spalls, and that's it. Finish points are more for the projectiles or for refined items like fancy knives and stuff. Fighting knives, so-called fancy ceremonial knives. That's where the napped stuff comes in as part of a system for projectiles or weapons or ceremonial items. Otherwise, I could do all my woodworking and all my leatherworking and all that stuff just with flakes and butchering just with flakes. I don't need any napped items. Let's see. Old ball jars are greenish blue. Okay. They might be better than the clear ones. Find some antlers. The old ball jars are literally green. Okay. Greenish blue or green. Yeah. You got to figure out what they are. I'm going to get mixed up if I see, I don't know, that doesn't look bluish green. I'm not going to buy it. Or, yeah, it's a ripoff. It's just imitation. That's what my brain will say. I wouldn't know which ones to buy unless we come up with a correct color. Hey, Patrick, first time I see you on live stream. Jean Pierre, right? Well, now that you've seen, I guess that's it. No need to stick around anymore. I'm kidding. I know. Or hope you know. Jordan Kirkpatrick, yes, I have a few game trails to walk for sure. Have you ever in that black shirt that smells like burnt rubber after you knock a flake off? Oh, yes. And now that I'm here, you ever nap snowflake obsidian? Yes. Yes to both, Benny. The black shirt, we call it oil shirt. Oh, nappers call it oil shirt. If it smells like petroleum or, like you said, burning rubber or anything like that, I think we call it oil shirt. But it has minerals in it that make it smell that way. Yeah. There's plenty trails. Sorry, light green for the jars. Okay. Paleo man had huge hands. I don't know. If you look at what they've discovered, they're the same size as we are. I made an obsidian fishhook. Always wanted to try it. I think I sold it. Sometimes they were used. Have you ever napped thick fiber optic glass? Yes, and I've got some more now too. Let's see. The finished products show finer levels of flaking, usually comedial, parallel, oblique, or transverse. You got to be careful what the word usually Mr. Lithic Journeys, because the comedial, parallel, oblique, and transverse are not the usual. That's what I meant by mainly based around pressure flaking. There are, of course, exceptions. Yeah, there's many exceptions. In fact, the parallel, oblique, transverse, and comedial, except for certain types, is not the rule in the transitional paleo. Also, Patrick, is Harley sending you one of his new indirect percussion sheaths? He made a version sort of akin to Danny Collins's Flexi Stick. Yeah, he's going to send me some of those. He's got some stuff that he's putting together. Let me think here. Let me think. Yeah. I'm trying to think back to the emails, but he sent me a bunch of emails. Gets me mixed up. They say ball on them. Oh, okay. They say ball on the jars. I've seen those jars. Yes, I have, actually. Now that you mention it, I'm not allowed on Facebook because I have no filter when I'm addressing the younger members of my family. So crazy, Uncle Mike deleted Twitter. Huh. You're banned from Facebook? Or not allowed on Facebook? Sorry, guys, you can't go by color on ball jars. Not trying to stir the pot. It's okay if you stir the pot. I do it all the time. I just tried stirring the pot with Lithic Journeys just then, in case you didn't notice. Kiowa, my wife got a whole set of various elephant effigies for a pretty penny, and our cat Injun stole 8 of them. She hasn't forgiven her yet. Yeah. That's not a good cat. I've napped a few points with antique ball jar glass. It's a blue green that I really like, and it naps pretty well. I believe you. Hey, Danny Collins. How's it going? It's always fun to see you in there. See you in the comments section or the chat. Deleted Facebook? Mike, you deleted Facebook? Let's see. You got to be careful nowadays saying trans paleo. I mean, you wouldn't want someone to assume their identity. Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Someone else did a little super chat or something. Hold on, I got to finish reading these. Let's see. The very first time I ordered obsidian online, it smelled like tar when I broke it. For quite a while, I thought all obsidian smelled that way. Yeah, that was weird. I got kicked off Twitter. Mike, you got kicked off Twitter. Dang. Well, there was a time where you could get kicked off Twitter for political views. Now it's not so bad. Hello, Killer Cork. Rocky's here. Hi, Danny. Looking forward to my root beer. Yeah. Okay, Jesse, $20. Thank you very much. Let's see. It says here, sorry if it seems like I'm talking smack. I am stoned at the moment. However, most of my transitional paleo artifacts do show that level of pressure flaking. It isn't necessarily the exception. Yeah. I've got one for sure. It's a transitional paleo artifact. It's a Golandrina. There's no parallel flaking on that one. I'm trying to think here. Now, let's see. Yeah, I would have to do more research on that. From my understanding, the parallel stuff is localized, and it's also only on certain point types. Instead of saying that the parallel flaking is common for the time period, It's better to say it's common among certain types of points during that time period, because not all points exhibit that during that time period. And if you look at the assemblage of transitional paleo points, you know, stuff like early triangular, early stemmed, and various forms that led to Dalton and stuff like that. Uh, Many of them are random flaked. I would say more than half are just flaked in the what I call a regular random, the normal random way. With some that are highly refined with some certain types in certain areas. Let's see. One thing we both enjoy is a good joust. Dumped Facebook years ago, Mike. Forget about trying to get back on. They stay mad. Oh, dang. Let's see. Jean Pierre, I do not have access a lot of chert apart from the ones I bought from you, but I have a lot of agate from Gaspisa, Quebec, Canada. Do you think that if I heat treated agate can be napped better? Yes, agate does heat treat. Try 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours the first time you do it and see if that works. If not, then you can heat it to 400. That should work at 400 for agate. If not, you can heat it at 450. Some agates don't even respond until you get to 500, 550, or 600. So it may take you a while to get good results, but I'd start at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't know what that is in Celsius. Hey, Patrick, how's it going, brother? It's going good, Jim. Yeah. Except I started the live stream coughing all the time. Trying to clear my throat. Not all agate naps very well. So depends on, yeah. Like Jordan said, this depends on the agate. What's my pronouns? Trans paleo. Danny, my little box of root beer should be in tomorrow. Looks like you got a good haul on the last couple trips. I used to chew sassafras root as a kid. Oh, that sounds good. Have you ever napped opal, like really nice fire opal? No. And I'm not going to unless someone gives it to me because I'm not going to spend that money. I've just napped common opal. Yeah, it naps very easily. Justin, we really loaded up on the second trip. Brennan, sounds like you have been finding some good stones. I need to go on a flint walkabout. Synthetic opal, that would be fun. Yeah, I've seen that. That's probably going to work. I use Facebook for marketplace and sweet napping groups. Hate social media. Yeah. Social media is full of weirdos. Danny, the root beer stuff looks good. Reverend Nighthawk, hello. Rob, can you give some brief instructions on heat treating root beer? Yeah. Root beer, though, is very tricky. Now, you're probably asking that because you ruined a batch. Just look at the temperature that you ruined it at and heat it lower. You can start as low as 275 degrees Fahrenheit for a root beer. And you can heat it, depending on the amount you have, heat it for 2 hours or 4 hours. I never heat rocks more than 4 hours, and I never use sand or any buffer within the turkey roaster. And you just try it at 275 degrees for 4 hours. Take it out, wait for it to cool down. You don't need any sand in there or anything. Just put the chips in there or flakes, never big stuff, always something half inch or thinner. And then if it doesn't nap any differently, stick it back in, heat it up again at 300. You do it increments of 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Take it out after that, 4 hours. Try napping it. If it doesn't nap, wash, rinse, repeat. Okay, just another 25 degrees. It doesn't matter how many times you heat the rock, it doesn't hurt it. Okay. Can you get see? Howdy, Patrick. Made part of a live. Yay. Yeah, we still got an hour and 15 minutes. Burrito Creek Pastelite is okay for Arizona stuff, but it needs heat treating too. The glass rocks other than obsidian are hard. What is Pastelite? I usually made sassafras root beer as a kid. It sucked. I made strawberry leaf tea as a kid. It's good. Mike Cook has some napped. Mike Cook has some napped wonderful opal points for jewelry if you're interested, Anthony. Oh yes. Some of the agate that comes out of Burrow Creek is good raw. I'm very fortunate, Jesse, to live where two different chert outcrops heavily. It is lucky. If there are microfractures in the stone, do heat treats help to fuse them or reduce the risk of snap, or does not help? It does not help, and it makes it worse in most cases. Microfractures are not healed by heat treating. They're often made worse. I would say in most cases they're made worse. The sinew bowstring came and looks nice on a great granddad's bow. All right. Awesome. I'm glad. Let's see. Pastelite is a type of jasper or chert that is opaque and comes in pastel colors. Oh, dang. That sounds pretty good. All right. Yeah, I'm learning stuff here about different kinds of material, and it's making me nap better. No? Well, if I know the names of the stuff, it makes me a better napper, right? That annoys people quite a bit. If you had to guess, do you think the Sweetwater was made with only direct percussion? If I had to guess, was it only made with direct percussion? Yes, I would guess that because I would also guess indirect percussion. But no, if we were betting, right? Is that what you asked? If you could guess, well, all right, let's put money on it, see who's right. Direct or indirect percussion? Probably direct percussion because of the size of the flakes. They're huge in comparison to what you get with that kind of thinness with indirect percussion. It's probably a direct percussion technique that we haven't explored much. Either that or the guy is just a genius, which is possible. The napper who napped it was just very tuned in. Like people like Tiger Woods playing golf, tuned in, right? And just subtle, imperceptible differences in technique make you much better. Geniuses at certain physical tasks. That's the kind of napper that did the Sweetwater biface. And who knows what he used? He probably was a genius at whatever. I can send you some pastelite if you want. Sure. If you got my address, Jim. Yeah, that'd be great. Just send me an email if you don't have my address. jackcrafty2@gmail.com. You had a good auction last time. Excited for the next. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. Patrick, are you going to make the Niblets Bluff nap in? We'll see. My daughter's having her first child in April. So I'm probably going to go down to where she lives in April. Niblets Bluff, I think, has an nap in April. I might go to that one this time. See, the problem is I can't do auctions easily if I'm traveling, which means I got to nap in my van or nap at the nap in and not socialize because I got work to do. I try to provide an auction every single week. I like that rhythm because it keeps me active mentally. So that's the hard part. attending 2 nap-ins. I can attend usually 1 nap-in and then come home. That way I don't spend more than a week away from the napping. We'll see what happens. So I'm not planning on going to the Niblets Bluff, but it might happen. What color of pastel color for pastel? What color of pastel color for pastel? On my trip to New Brunswick last summer, I found a lot of jasper like type stone with a mix of color red, yellow, blue, pinkish. Where can you find a national list of nap-ins? In my comment section in my videos. I'm the only one that has a complete list. I checked. In fact, I went back and I spent an hour and a half looking through my videos to see which videos did not have a napping list, what's my recent videos in the past month, and I put a nap-in list in the comment section of every one of my latest videos. So I went 2 months back and I made sure the nap-in list was in the comment section of all those videos. Now, if you need a list, I can email it to you or text it to you if you can't get into the comment section or if you can't see those comments. Pastelite, I gathered, is mostly gray to white, but also has rainbow color swirls. Is it me or does rock seem to have grains like wood? Some rock has grain like wood. Yes, some of it does. Not all of it. Most of it does not. Good night, all. Work early tomorrow. See you, Mark. Thanks for joining. Have you spent 2 weeks setting up perfect platforms? You could pull off a Sweetwater like biface. Oh, if you spent 2 weeks setting up perfect platforms, you could pull off a Sweetwater like biface. No, I think you have to be a genius. Yeah. With something like that, you can't only that type of genius can reproduce what a genius produces. It's not for everybody. It's like saying, yeah, if you just practice, more than Tiger Woods, you can get better than Tiger Woods. I don't think so. Do you hunt for artifacts? How do you get into napping? How did you get into napping? I got into napping because I was shooting bows and arrows, and I liked Native American bows and arrows. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make arrowheads like they used to make. Because now that I'm on the internet, after I got on the internet, I saw all these artifacts and I'm going, dang. And I saw people making them. And I said, dang, I can make those. So I thought. I didn't hunt for artifacts before then. I was just interested in Native American archery and archery in general. Because as a hobby, I just like to get out. And instead of, I don't like regular exercise. That's boring, put the headphones on and do runs or walks. I like to be doing something when I'm out there. So when I was a kid, I would just shoot arrows when I was walking around out in the woods, little blunt arrows. And I was always interested in Native American stuff. So, but later on in life, when I got on the internet is when I saw all these things that people were sharing and it got me interested in doing napping. Yeah, I got into it because of the internet. You added a nap-in list? Yay. Yes, I did. And I need to update the nap-in list because there's stuff coming up. It's February. There's nap-ins in February. I think I got one that's already updated. I think there might be 2 in February. Anyway, I need to update it for the upcoming nap-ins. Now, if I don't have a date that's current for 2025 in the nap-in list, I do have phone numbers. You can call or text those phone numbers to get the current date if it's coming up. Okay? I just wait until they post it on Facebook or something like that, or on a like flintnappers.com or something like that, and then I'll update my list from there. But I look in 4 different places for nap-ins, basic internet search, Facebook, flintnappers.com, and sometimes Puget Sound Nappers, but there's other websites that have nap-in lists on their calendar. Sometimes Primitive Archer has a nap-in list or announcements on their forum. different forums sometimes post the nap-ins. So I had to look around quite a bit to get all the updates. Let's see. Do you hunt for? No, I don't hunt for artifacts. You just need to double up now so you can have some inventory stashed away. Besides, sleep's overrated. Yeah, yeah. You know what happens when I double up on napping? I don't want to nap for a whole month. Makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, napping too much is like eating too much pizza. It makes you want to hurl after a while. You added a napping list. Yes, I did. The Puget Sound Nappers host a couple dozen events throughout the year and smaller ones monthly and even weekly. Yeah, some of them are open to the public and some are not. The ones that the Puget Sound Nappers hold. So I don't have all of their nap-ins on my list because some of them are like just they are private groups. Let's see. You made it, Alan Cole. Hi, everybody. Hey, Alan. Let's see. Hey, Danny's here. Missed you live. Forgot time difference. Hey, Patrick. Osage rules. Yes, Osage does rule. We still got an hour, Danny, so don't worry. Some people I've noticed will join in the second hour. For some reason, like the time difference, like you said. Have you ever napped travertine? Travertine. I don't remember. I don't think so. Yeah, sleep's overrated. Too many hobbies, not enough time. Yeah. Let's see. Mine only shows 5 likes. Let's see. I just got my package from Sal earlier, working on an unboxing video right now. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, Michael's got a package from Sal. Where is Sal anyway? I don't see him. NG Doghouse. Yes. 63 watching. Yep. And it's up to 66 now. Let's see. Jack Crafty for the win on nap-in lists. I hope so, because it took me forever to get that compiled when I first started it. Because I wanted to know where all the nap-ins were. I used to ask people at nap-ins where all the nap-ins are. The guys especially that sell their work at nap-ins. And they go, well, there's one coming up next month. And that I go to, where is it? They give me just very basic information. And I try to compile a list from other nappers. And it was just, sometimes they didn't get the name of the nap-in right. Sometimes the address was wrong. Sometimes the dates were wrong. So word of mouth is not very good for nap-ins. I got frustrated, so I thought I was taking a shortcut by asking nappers where they go. But a lot of times they just know where to go without knowing the details. And the number for the nap-in host is on already in their phone, so they don't need to remember anything, and they're not going to go into their phone and ask and get all the details for me that way and stuff. So in casual conversation, it's difficult to get information on nap-ins. So I had to do the research. It took me many hours to finally get that list together. As far as I know, all of them are open to the public. I'm a member, and I've never heard of them holding a private event. Jim Cooper. Okay. So if none of them are private, I can publish them then. I saw one, maybe it wasn't Puget Sound Nappers. It was some napping group that says we're limited to 8 people or something like that. They gave me a number. We're limited to a certain number of seats, and that's it. What's your favorite material to nap? My favorite material to nap has always been high-grade heat treat, right? But I'm liking the buttery obsidian and some of the raw flints and cherts. Some of that Sannonian Danish flint is pretty good. So high grade flint, high grade heat treat, and the buttery obsidian. Those are my favorites. I don't have a top favorite, I don't think. Some of the glass that I've napped is pretty good too. But high grade heat treat's my favorite, I would say. If I had to pick a number one, yeah. Hello, all. Alan Young is here. Alan Young is a late. No, you still got an hour. You got plenty of time to ask questions and annoy people. Anyone here from New York? Upstate. Yeah, Bushy wants to know if there's other guys from New York because he's probably tired of waiting for me to go visit him. And I'm here now, and I'm only 3 hours away from you, Bushy, or less, and I haven't gone to visit yet because I'm still tied down. God, but yeah, as soon as I get out from under a bunch of stuff that I'm doing, I'm going to probably go to that Letchworth Nappins also. Start going to those. Alan Young's in Maryland. Yes. There's there's someone else from Maryland too here. But I'll let you guys tell each other where you're from. Let's see. Oklahoma. We got two guys from Oklahoma. I don't know. Lee Steinmeier's upstate northern part. Mike Tufts. I visited upstate New York in 93 or 94 when they had the Woodstock reunion. It's beautiful countryside. Yeah, it's nice up there. I've been through it several times, upstate New York. Yeah. Sometimes I end up on the toll roads because I want to get through there faster. But last time I went through there, I took the normal roads. I like them better, even though it takes a little longer. Did I say normal roads? The old roads. Have you ever had a serious napping injury? No. There was one napping injury where I cut the back of my hand, but that's because I was experimenting with pressure flaking. I had the point in a vise, and I was using two hands to remove pressure flakes, and I slipped and I slashed the back of my hand, but it wasn't serious. Oregon. Bill Taylor. Oh, yeah. Bill Taylor sends me lots of good stuff from Oregon. Northwest Arizona, where the Grand Canyon spills out. I see. Quebec, Canada, Virginia, Queensland, Australia. Wow. Let's see. South Dakota here. Colorado. Maine near Bar Harbor. Not much flint here, only rock. Yeah. Kristen. You're probably not far from me, but there's nothing to nap here either in southern Vermont. Not to speak of anyway. I had to go north in northern Vermont or a little bit let's see. There's quartzite in Connecticut, but I hear it's not that great. See, Jay Valentes, he travels all around New England, and he sent me some stuff from different areas, but I get mixed up. I can't remember which area the quartz he sent me was from. But he sent me some stuff from upstate Vermont and upstate New York, and it's pretty good as far as being local stuff you can get for free. Yeah. It's dark, gray or almost black sometimes. The chert that we find up here. Let's see. West Virginia. Let's see. Bobby, I believe some of your work on Facebook group. Yeah. Eastern Washington, south of Spokane. All I got here is Columbia basalt. Ouch. Did you drive the New York State throughway along the Mohawk River. Lots of history there. I don't know which. All I know is that. Let me think here. I can't remember the name of the route. No. Yeah, I can't remember. But I don't think there was any historical stuff on my way. Eastern Washington, south of Spokane. West Virginia mountains, Mac Bales. Bastrop, Texas, home of just about all the best rock in the world, or close to it. Yeah, Bastrop is a good spot. And didn't Elon Musk just build a headquarters of some sort in Bastrop? I was amazed when I saw that news because I've been to Bastrop many times, and it was just a little town when I was there. The only local material here is quartz. The quartzite. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. See, it doesn't work. Going backwards on the chat doesn't work. The only local material here is quartz. This is what Rob is saying. The quartz artifacts I find in Virginia are a testament to the skill of the natives. The stuff is an absolute bear to nap. Yeah, well, they just looked around for the good quartz and left all the nasty quartz behind. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that the Native Americans napped was really, really bad. Yeah, I understand that part. But they also looked around for the best of the bad stuff to get something flat and thin. Wow, I'm tardy and I'm late. As for corn, you've got 99 problems? I thought I was bad. Learning an art of flint napping, I'm in. Might have a point from the last auction coming tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, usually the stuff I send out on Tuesday arrives by Friday or Saturday. And Ed, you're not far. I don't think you're far away from me. Some of the massive quartz in Connecticut is pretty good. My uncle used to take me to a place called Snipstick Lake to look for the debitage, and we found some nice sized flakes of quartz. Awesome. Let's see. Southern Colorado myself, lots of basalt. Is it fine grained basalt? If it is, then you're in business. Is that Route 17 on Mohawk? It might be. I don't know. Northeast Michigan, cold, 18 inches of snow. Yikes. Whereabouts Brutus in near Pullman? Let's see. Does anyone know where flint can be collected in Kansas? I'll be traveling through in the next week or two. Will Davis. Yeah, there's someone. Forgive me if I can't remember your name off the top of my head, but I've been sent a chert from Kansas. The thing is, when you ask where can you pick it up while driving through, that's what everybody asks. So if there were spots, or if there are spots that you can just drive to on the side of the road, it's all gone from those. Believe it or not, flint napping has gotten that popular that there's no more to collect on the side of the road that's worth anything. Yeah, you'll be wasting your time. You've got to actually meet up with someone who lives in Kansas who actually collected the stone before you got there. Yeah. There are people in Kansas, Will Davis. If you send me an email, I might be able to get you in touch with at least one guy. Let's see. So yeah, I get the question a lot. I'm traveling. I need to go through 18 states. Which states have flint and where is it? That's like the hardest question anyone could ever ask. It seems so easy. Oh, yeah. Just mark your map. Get your map out. I'll tell you where it is. Just mark it here. 8 miles outside of Timbuktu, 4 miles outside of Timbuktu, 1.5 miles north of Timbuktu. There's no way for anyone to tell you any of that stuff. Yeah, it seems so easy, but it's like one of the hardest things that anyone could ever answer. And if they told you, you end up telling your buddies, and then by the time you get there, the word spreads and there's nothing there, and you go, "I went here just for the stone, and all I find is chips, like nasty crud flakes. What happened?" You know what happened. Let's see. Basalt sucks mostly. Yeah, unfortunately, unless you find the fine grain. Oh yeah, Elon Musk built a facility there for the boring company. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm in Clarkston, Brutus. Let's see. Virginia quartz, they use massive wood billets to get surprisingly good flakes. Yeah, I believe it. I will win an auction of yours one day. Artist 11 Design Studio. Yeah. The more items I offer, the easier it is for people to win. So I'm going to try to offer more items. Robbie sees you there. I'm just learning. All the basalt around here is tougher than woodpecker lips. Yeah, that's the way it usually is. Made some glass rock-like forms this week. Blue glass. Made some glass rock-like forms. Oh, I see. Yeah, you work in glass. Yeah, you can melt that stuff together and make blocks. I'm jealous. I learn something new every day. Yep, Robbie learns something new every day. Most is freeze cracked around here in Kansas. Lee Steinmeier says, yeah. All the surface stuff above uh, like right here above I think it's a 40th parallel or whatever, it always freezes in winter on the surface. Everything that could have been good here on the surface has long been ruined by freeze cracking. We do have quartzite and quartz here in Vermont all over the place, but it's tough and it's very, very grainy. So if you can crack it open, the grains are so big that it's all lumpy. You can get a sharp edge for scraping hides. You can process hides with the quartz we have here, but to make points out of it, it's much more time efficient to make points out of bone and slate here in this area. Let's see. I need to find someone in California with rock finding spots. Yeah, that would be good. There's a bunch of guys that collect Monterey chert. Now I don't know if they watch these videos, but there was one guy that sent me some Monterey chert, but this was years ago. Apparently, there's lots of Monterey chert available on the surface. For example, there's other cherts in California. At least down in Clarkson, you have a chance at some agate, jasper, and opal. I found some nice fist to softball sized pieces in the Costco parking lot. Landscape raiders. Yeah. We won't say too much about landscape raiding because it's not supposed to be done, but you know it exists. Yes, you do. Natives here use a lot of obsidian. Old volcanoes near Flagstaff spilled it all over. Ah, yes. Arizona, right? Should have told you already, just in case. I don't know what that means. Oregon Brutus, if you get a hold of me, I'll send you some obsidian too. I know Clarkson. I know where Clarkson is. I've lived in Lewiston before. Yeah, see, Bill, get in touch with him. he knows where to find the obsidian. Here's a buyout. Okay, there's Bayport Chert around the Charity Islands. Bayport Chert, 10 to 12 offshore in Saginaw Bay, Michigan. It's in snorkeling, scuba diving depths around the islands. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I'm new to flint knapping. My teachers are Steve Saffold and Levi Z. It's been fun. Awesome. Steve Saffold is a very familiar name to me. I don't know who Levi Z is, though. Rob, here's what you do to avoid napping quartzite. You got to try and do anything you can to increase the likelihood of attracting the attention and colonization by some industrial whites. When they put up power lines, you take the insulators. Also, you should pick up all the bottles they leave around. I don't know why I read that as booties. Also, you should pick up all the bottles. Yeah. Bottle bottoms are good for beginners. I hate to admit it, right? But bottle bottoms are probably what I'm going to be using for my beginner series when I make the beginner series again. I've made a beginner series before, but I was using like Georgetown, Flint, and stuff. I got to make a beginner series using stuff that beginners can get a hold of, like bottle glass. Let's see. But don't use insulators, glass insulators. Those are a pain. I mean, you'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, communicate with each other in the chat to get some materials. R. Snyder says that's not freeze correct. What's not freeze correct? I found some interesting stone here in Arizona at the Verde River. It's almost like a silt stone, but silicified. Flakes good, but it's a bit snap and half-ish. Isn't it all, though? Almost everything is a bit snap and half-ish. So it sounds pretty good. And I like the way you say it, interesting stone, because it doesn't matter what it's called, right? It's just as long as it snaps and it's interesting. Hey, R. Snyder. I have no app that I get friend requests from. That's not a good thing. I have a good supply of flakes and a fair bit of antler I can trade. Everyone remember Patrick gets a cut of whatever trades are made in this chat. I'm not that greedy. The only cut that I get is you guys participating. I suppose that's part of the whole thing. If you guys are attracted to the chat because you can get information from other people and you'll come back next time because it's a good networking thing, that's my payback. Yeah. Because the live streams are going to be successful. Everyone remember Patrick? Yeah. I see my rented fingers are back. I don't know what that means. Clorox bottle glass is great. Yes, it is. All kinds of rocks spill out the Grand Canyon here, but being well-traveled and weathered, it takes a skilled eye to see what is what. Yeah. You got to bring a little hammer, too. When I go looking for rocks, when I'm in Texas in certain areas, I'll go looking for rocks. I'll have to bring a little hammer. Can't forget my hammer because it's hard to use a hammer stone when you're looking for a flint because your hammer stone will break. You got to find another one. It just gets to be a pain. Let's see, all kinds of rocks spill out. Jim Cooper, here I was trying to get you some more free material. I have moose billets. Yeah. ND Doghouse has moose billets and they're at reasonable prices. So get in touch, Danny at N Doghouse. I've seen the moose billets last time I was in the Brady Knapping in Texas. If you need moose billets, get in touch with N Doghouse. The Bayport that's underwater usually not freeze cracked. Have a great night, fellas. All right, Brandon, we'll see you later. 3 a.m. comes quick. Yeah. All right. Outcast metal detecting. What's up, Crafty? Well, I'm just talking. I'm still going to get you a box of Tallahassee shipped out next week if I can get off work in time before post office closes. If not, then I'll get it shipped next week. Yep, no worries. No worries. I'm still napping Obsidian this week. Rented fingers make many spelling errors. Okay. I don't know what is rented fingers? Is that some sort of meme? High grade porcelainite tile, I hear is good. Yes. Porcelain tile. High grade porcelain tile is good to nap in small pieces. You don't expect to nap really long pieces. I know some guys will go, floor tile is real thin. You can't get a big plate. I want 8 inches of blades. And floor tile's like a slab. Can't do it. The floor tile is good for arrowheads that are 3 inches and under. Okay? All right. Just so you know. Cheap material, yeah. The floor tiles are cheap. Make sure they're floor tiles too, because they're made differently than wall tiles. It has to be floor tiles. Porcelain floor tiles. Okay. Let's see. I've heard people use toilet tank tops. Yeah, but they're not that great. People use all kinds of things to nap. I mean, they've napped all kinds of things. Doesn't mean it's any good. I'm putting my 5K Dodge check straight into church. Oh, dang. Oh, you're putting your 5K Doge check. Yeah, if we get a Doge, if we get a Doge check for $5,000, I don't know if I'll put it into a stone, but it's an idea. This is the Hobbit Allergy Syndicate. Yeah. And the boss gets his cut. Capiche? Mm-hmm. I didn't get any email. You guys are trying to email. I didn't get any. You didn't get any. Killer Cork, they call it Johnstone or Thunder Chert. Yeah. The toilet tops or a toilet tank. Porcelain, they call it Johnstone or Thunder Chert. Yeah. It's funny. Tile is good to wear out your copper bit in record time. Yeah, it does that. Good night, everybody. See you later, Danny. Good to see you. Be well. Yeah. Thanks for the flexi sticks. Yeah. Danny Collins has flexi sticks. I've collected toilet lids on garbage day. It's free. Workable? It's kind of workable. I have a 75-year-old dump on my land. You should see the different bottles on it and cans and metal crap. Yeah. Bushy, you got all kinds of stuff on your property. Holy moly. Good night. Good night. Everybody's saying good night to Danny. Breakfast time for you, Ellen Cole. Bacon and eggs. That sounds good. I want to have some of that for dinner. Not all Johnstone is created equal, though. Yeah, I don't know how to get the good grade Johnstone. Everything that I've tried has been low grade. I thought sleep was overrated. Yeah. You'll have a good night. Yep. See you later, Lee. Robin Williams stumbled over a few words and said, "Hold on, rented lips." I just adapted it. Ah, okay. Rented fingers. I see. I get it now. That was clever. Ryan Gill at Hunt Primitive has invented some kind of man-made chert that naps great, and he's selling the crap out of it. It's not glass or ceramic. It's an actual chert. No, it's a porcelain because it has to be manufactured. They're adding colors to it now too. So they heat it up in a kiln to manufacture it, to, turn it into porcelain. Johnstone tank sides are thick. What? Are thick. Yeah, they're thicker than floor tile, that's for sure. I got some One time from the 70s, olive green toilet. Very nice interior. Wasn't all porous like you usually find. Interesting. A 70s, the older toilet tanks are much better porcelain. Geopolymer. Geopolymer. What is that? Yeah, rest in peace, Robin Williams. There was some good questions tonight. I'm glad that some of those got answered here on the chat, because if I'm talking in a regular video and answer a question that I remember someone asked me in a regular video, it doesn't get out to everybody very easily. Hello, hello. Have you tried Nap Easy yet? No, I haven't tried it. No. I got enough stuff on my plate. If I just look at the stuff that Mike Tufts sent me, I say, I got enough random stuff to nap to last me days and days. So if I run out of stuff to nap, I'll get some Nap Easy. Brutus, I don't think it's, let's see. And I've gotten all kinds of stuff from other people. All right. I'm just saying that is off the top of my head because I have it sitting in front of me every time I nap. So I see that stash that I have for Mike. And then, but there's stuff from all over the place. Danny Collins sent me some glass. I need to nap. It looks like that fiber optic or optical glass or whatever you call it. And I got all kinds of stuff. Before I nap easy, I need to go through all the other stuff. I've got 2 big boxes of cullet glass as well. I mean, they're big, 18 inches by 18 inch square boxes or cubed boxes. 2 of them full of cullet glass. I got tons of stuff I need to get to. Let's see. Yeah, so YouTube doesn't have private messaging. That's unfortunate, right? Yeah. Theories are okay. Poured stone. Theories are given. That's how the pyramids were made. Poured, not quarried. Yeah, there's theories about that, but the Egyptians quarried their stones and they moved them. They moved them with the help of wooden frameworks. Robin Williams, rest in peace. Funny guy. Oh, yes. Hey, what's up? Nap Easy. That's the name of the stuff Ryan Gill is making. Yes. He's making that in conjunction with somebody else that they're perfecting different colors right now. I try to keep up on Ryan's channel and what he's doing. March is coming. More obsidian. Awesome. Oh, I guess when everything starts to thaw out. Yeah. Uh-oh. Is Ash Butter in the chat? Hey, what's up? Yeah, he is. Okay. I just missed that. I would think it's some kind of aerated polymer powdered glass blend that's fired and it's in like the earthenware family. I don't know if it's in the earthenware family because that's low temperature. It's probably in the porcelain family, high temperature porcelain. That Nap Easy stuff's probably in the high temperature range. Radon glass is pretty when snapped in I'm just scared of the radiation. Yeah, radon glass is pretty when napped. Yeah. The radiation, the dust is what will get you. If it's radioactive, eventually it'll build up in your lungs. I wouldn't want to nap it. Where do you get this cullet glass? I get it from a guy that works at a factory. When I get to it, I'll contact him and I'll ask him if he will offer it to everybody. A lot of times people just send me scraps and they can't offer to everybody. They just have the scraps either laying around or it's a one-time thing. But yeah, you get cullet glass from factories that produce glass. to answer your question, but I may have a contact for more of it. But it just depends. When I get to those boxes, I'll ask to see if it's available for everybody. Tempted to go for obsidian this weekend, but looks like Monday, Tuesday will be warmer. Yeah. I just saw that Nap Easy stuff the other day. Hunt Primitive, great YouTube channel. Yeah. I am a professional potter. Just started napping, and Nap Easy is probably high fire. Yeah, I agree. Patrick, ever pack clay or silly putty on a biface preform to prevent end shock? Seen the method used? Yeah. Edbo23 uses a method. I've never used it. The first thing I thought about if I were to use clay, I would strike put the clay on it to prevent end shock and then strike and start napping. And then I can just imagine the chips getting stuck on the clay. And then what do? I got to sit there and pick them all out because I know that if I have to manipulate the clay again, I'm going to cut myself with chips inside the clay once I start napping and the chips get in the clay. So I had to throw the clay out, put a new clay batch on this workpiece, nap, and then the flakes get all in the clay. I got to throw that clay away, get another batch. So I didn't deal with it. It just seemed like a nightmare. But Edbo23 does it on his channel. He uses silly putty. Okay? Edbo23. Ralph. Type it in on YouTube. EDBO, all capital letters, 23. And then I think you can, after that, type in silly putty or whatever you think might find that particular video in his library. If you can't find it in his library, just comment on one of his videos and say, hey, Eddie, his name is Eddie, please tell me which video you did that has you using clay or silly putty to support your biface. That sort of thing. He'll tell you. Cullet is fun. I've made 12 to 14-inch blades from that stuff. From those blades, I make Neolithic trifacials. Wow. Where do you get your cullet glass, Danny? Radiation from glass is only scary if you don't want to die. I think most of us don't want to die. Yeah, that's funny. I get it. Really random, but I just ate some asparagus with blue cheese, fried garlic, and bacon. I really recommend the combo. Yeah, if you are living alone, yeah. If there's no one that you're under the covers with, you're fine. Because I can just see some toxic gases emanating from people who ate that combo. I'm not making fun of it. It's not making fun of the way it tastes, just the after effects. Yeah. Pat, are you going to test some of your points again, firing them into a huge rack of ribs? I wish. I was going to do that, but I said, no, I'm not going to ruin the meat. There's no way I'm going to eat that meat after firing some arrowheads into there because it's going to break up the arrowheads and I don't want to be messing with the chips. I'll figure out a way to test. I've already got some ideas on how to test the stone without shooting into bone and meat. I'm going to try and post a link. Someone let me know if it shows up. Okay. What's the cheapest source of napping stone? Bull rock in the stone supplies isn't good enough to heat treat, and stone is too expensive. What's the cheapest source of napping stone? The cheapest source of napping stone. Have you tried Danny Collins' website? Napping Traditions? Let's see, hold on. Go on this nappingtraditions.com. Reasonable prices on stone. If you buy cheap stone, you're going to get what you pay for, which means it won't be any good. But Danny Collins has some really good prices I would recommend getting some Keokuk from him. The Keokuk is not going to be perfect, right? Because it's natural stone, but it's not that expensive. Uh, yeah, bull rock in the stone supplies isn't good enough to heat treat. Well, I got to disagree with you on that because some of it is excellent. That's what I started with, and that's what I heat treated when I started, and it changed the whole ball game. Now, some people sell bull rock. That's not bull rock or bull gravel. Okay, it's worse than bull gravel, but they call it bull gravel because bull gravel actually does work, especially with the heat treating. So you may not be buying bull gravel. You may be buying some very low grade chert. I mean, bull gravel is not high grade, but it's mid grade. Let's see. I tried the clay trick and it slowed my napping down too much, so I quit using it except when I have a really risky flake to remove. Alrighty. What I do is in my videos, I've been trying to explain lately that if I have a risky flake to remove, I make sure everything around it is set up to reduce breakage. Like I'll thin the ends down, I'll take out any lumps that I think are going to require too much force to remove. And I'll get set up for these risky flakes. And I'll mention in my video that I'm doing everything that you've seen in the last few minutes just to deal with this one spot. So instead of using clay or something else for support, I just make sure I nap other areas that'll make it conducive for me to hit in that one spot that's risky or really bad. I tried silly putty, LNAO. What is LNAO? Seen and shocked. Oh, I've seen and shocked tip fly off when the napper was thinning the base. Oh, yeah. So many such cases, especially with obsidian. Patrick, every user consider Solberger jig for fluting. Yes. I've considered it. I've looked at it. I've researched it. Haven't used it yet, but I may have to for some of the stuff that I'm thinking of doing in the near future. I've got plans for, I can get plans to build one, a fluting jig, but I'm going to try to be more primitive than that. I'll be using a large pressure flaker first to see if I can produce a Folsom-like flute with a large pressure flaker. I'm talking a big pressure flaker that I have to use both hands and all my weight. Not a chest crutch, just a large pressure flaker to start with. And then if I can't do it with that, we'll try the chest crutch and other types of simple devices before I get into doing jigs. If you ain't breaking, you ain't making. That's true. Let's see. Artist 11. We are a group of amateur flint nappers and archery. We welcome you to the social gathering. Yes. Everyone's welcome to the social gathering. Keep the flakes flying, Patrick. I'm off to A&W. All righty. They still have A&Ws where you're at? Awesome. You could always make jelly ballistics block to shoot at. Yeah. I actually I wrote down the source for it. I was going to buy some ballistic gel. Yeah. I might do that, but it's still more than I want to spend. I did my best Brutus Palouse Napper Google. I don't know what that is. Ed Gould says bye-bye. Let's see. Sounds like Paul Hurl penetration test. He used pork ribs and oranges in his test. Great gun YouTuber. Rest in peace, Paul. I think it's Harold, right? Can't remember. But yeah, he passed away. I guess he had cancer. I used to watch his channel. He's mostly firearms. Well, all firearms on his channel. Very good instructor. And a champion gun shooter. Cool. If I were to go to a quarry in a place like Georgetown, will the workers get mad if I ask if they have the rock they don't use? Yeah, they'll get mad because you'll be person number 5,267 who's asked that question. They're sick of that question. Yeah. And they can have a big pile of it sitting right there, and they'll go, "Let's see. Hey Joe, is this number 5,640 or 41? I think it's 5,641. There you go. Talk to the people who've come and asked before. They're everywhere. Yeah, they don't like us nappers at the quarries. Not anymore. They used to, but now they don't. You don't believe me? Just go ask. Yeah. The Soulburger jig was a game changer for my fluting. I can run flutes off the tip on almost every piece. Dang. Yeah. I got to start using jigs because I have no idea how good they are. I hear they're really good. I mean, I've seen it too. I wonder if that fluting jig would work for making Cumberlands. Oh, yes. Brutus and Patrick's email sent with my links. All right, cool. Good night, Ed and Killer Cork. See you later, Ralph. I think you're leaving. Some quarry has off seasons, and the junk rock areas may let you in with small price most of the time. I don't know. In Central Texas, there's been just so many people asking that the quarries are completely closed off to flint nappers. I found the Cooper and sent him a friend request. Alrighty. What if I just snuck in their quarry and took the rock? Better than asking. Well, you can do that. Yeah. If you know where the rock is. Now, the rock that the quarry discharges, this is another very critical bit of information. Let's say you can get in. Let's say they let you get in. Let's say that the surveillance cameras and stuff don't even pick you up and you're invisible. You go in there and get some and you come out with, let's say that you're able to carry 200 pounds on your back. You get home and you look at it and you'll notice right off the bat as you start napping that it naps weird. That's because when a quarry digs out chert, it stresses the chert with the machinery. And you can see weird cracking along some of the chert. It's been stressed by machinery. Okay? So it's going to nap weird. Just so you know, the quarry stuff is not that great. It's better to find someone who is not quarrying the limestone, but someone who has Georgetown on their property that picks up nodules or digs for nodules that are fairly complete and not stressed or damaged by machinery. Okay? It might not seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal when trying to get the most out of the stone. The moral of the story is be wary of quarry, chert, or flint because the machinery does stress it out and it does damage the flint and chert. They can still be napped, don't get me wrong. But if you're new, you're going to wonder, is it the stone that's messing up or is it me? And it'll drive you absolutely nuts. All right? Okay. Let's see. I found him. Okay. Let's see. Hey, everyone's communicating well. Good. Better to ask forgiveness and permission. Yeah, unless a dog bites your ass. Let's see, Jim. Thanks for the live stream. All right, you're welcome. Yeah, we got 15 minutes left or so, something like that. Still got a little bit of time, so ask your questions before it's too late. Yes, I'll do fine on Cumberland. There's a dude, Daryl, that does killer ones with a big IC napkins in my area. So the guy with the name as a handle, the one's been asking me about the quarry flint. You're better off going to a nap-in. I have nap-in lists now in all my recent videos in the comment section. Find a nap-in that you can go to. It might take you 6 hours to get to it, but that's where you find all the good rock. At least you'll know what it looks like. And you can pick up free flakes. The cheapest thing you can find is free flakes. It'll save you years of effort. It took me 3 years before I learned that nap-ins are the best place to get materials, either bought or for free. And in different ways, you can see what good stuff looks like. You can test good stuff. You can get good flakes, and then you can buy reasonably priced material in most cases. Some cases, they're very expensive as far as the materials, but I searched and searched and searched and drove and drove and drove, spent hundreds of dollars on gas for nothing when I could have just gone to a nap-in and spent 1/10 that amount. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Cumberland does fine. Yeah, the Soulburger jig does a good, or produces a Cumberland quite well. There's a dude, Daryl, that does killer ones with a big one. I see at nap-ins in my area. Got it. Okay, let's see. Mike Mason just got in. Wow. All right, hold on here. Any studies on what Indians did with meteorites? Yeah, I was just reading something. Coincidence. Let's see. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. In this book here, I was reading it today, Hopewellian Communities in Illinois. I think they still sell this. This one's falling apart. Thorn Dual Editor. This is produced by the State of Illinois Department of Registration and Education, Division of the Illinois State Museum. It has a description of Native Americans using iron meteorites or meteorite iron to make beads. They used something to flatten the meteorite iron, heat it, flatten it again, heat it, flatten it again. And then they would take chunks of it, separate it somehow, or bend it until it broke, and made beads out of pieces of meteorite. Okay? That's what they would use iron for, or the meteorites for, the meteorite iron. And it has nickel in it usually too. In the Hopewellian culture, the ones that they found, the beads that they found, had nickel in them too. But yeah, this was way before contact with Europeans. They were making beads from meteorite iron. So hopefully you got a picture or a screenshot of that book, or you wrote it down or whatever. What page is it on? I don't know. You'll probably be looking for years if I don't tell you the page. Yeah. I got the book and I looked at everything for 16 hours one day. I didn't find anything. I recommend then, if you are not able to find stuff quickly in books, some people have a talent in doing that. If you don't have that talent to find it in the book, I recommend either the Kindle version or just photocopy every page, turn it into a Word document, and do a search for the meteorite iron. Okay. All right. Yes, I'll do fine on Cumberlands. It does fine on Cumberlands. He does killer ones with a jig. Type I like on the phone. What is that? Let's see. Limestone place known. Okay. Let's see. Yep, limestone place below Kingman, Arizona. Let me have rock once. Once. And yes, machine dug, very fractured. There you go. Somebody who knows. Hi, y'all. Just got in. Yep, I see you, Mike Mason. Mike Mason. Oh, this thing is going to drive me absolutely insane. Let's see. For smaller points, have you ever experimented with a mass backing against the point to drive longer flakes? I made a prototype and it seems promising. The only mass I use behind is my hand and maybe against my leg, but nothing like a piece of clay or anything like that. I've experimented with, adding a rock in my hand in addition to the workpiece to make the hand heavier, but it's just an added hassle. For me, it's just one of those things that adds the hassle. I'd rather strike faster and use the mass of the workpiece against itself than to back it up to anything. But for smaller points, same thing. In fact, it's easier to nap smaller points with the fast strikes than to try to back it up with something. You can back up the heavier points with another stone in your hand, I suppose. It's not going to break the point you're working on if they accidentally rub against each other or whatever. I recently got my mother into shooting the bow. Any advice on how I can recover when she starts beating me in marksmanship? Yeah, just shoot for distance. If you're stronger than she is, she won't be able to shoot further than you. Yeah, because she's only going to have a 35-pound bow and you'll have an 85-pound. There you go. Never going to beat that, Mom. If you want to ID, like to get your opinion on my stuff live, if it is not a big pain, otherwise, just let me know what you think. If you want to ID, like to get your Jim Cooper. Okay. In order for me to do it live, I need a note. If you can send me a note, if I write it down, I'll never find it where I wrote it. I mean, I could write it right here on this, but then I won't see it during the live stream. I mean, I won't see it in time for me to nap it live, but I'll write your name. If you could send me a note somehow, could you please nap some of my stuff on a live stream? I will be happy to do it. My main issue is not being able to find the request and from who and what material. Sometimes I find the request and I know who it is, but what material? Which one did he want? Do I have to do all of it? Because you might have like 8 different pieces of different stuff. Which one? And it's going to take me too long to do the 8 pieces. It'll take me a 6-hour live stream instead of a 2-hour live stream. So yeah, let's see. Test his stuff on live stream. So I need to know which stuff and that kind of thing. Just in a note or a message of some sort, okay? I'll be glad to do it. It's just hard for me to figure out or to remember where this information is. Do you have a background in archaeology, and are you doing or considering experimental archaeology with your skill? I don't have a background in archaeology, but I do a lot of research as a hobby in archaeology. I'm considering, I always do experimental archaeology. I don't consider it, I actually do it. Yeah. I just don't put it on video. Believe it or not, I don't like doing videos. And if I have any kind of extra stuff that drives me insane when I'm trying to do a video, I won't do the video. Like if I'm trying to do experimental archaeology outside and I lose something in the grass and I can't find it, that's it. Not going to do the video. I'm not going to do any more experimental archaeology on video. It just gets me completely frustrated. So I don't deal with it anymore. But yeah, I've done a lot of experimental archaeology, but not on video. And I don't discuss it because I've got to read from my notes. And to find my notes takes me a while. And then I'll get distracted. I'll start reading. What was it that I wanted to look up again? Was there anything in particular, or was I just trying to find my notes? It drives me insane. Let's see. So, but I have a lot of experimental archaeology on the channel, and it's mainly the hafting, because you'll see me try the hafting stuff. You can even type in Jack Crafty hafting, HAFTING, and I have some videos where I haft some stuff, that kind of thing. That's easier for me to do than to do other things. I've been trying for years to post videos on stone tool woodworking and stuff. I finally have the ability. I finally have the backyard to do it. I have all the stone I need. I have all the wood I need. And it's not a big deal. I just haven't done it yet because there's so many little things that get in the way that drive me nuts. Okay. Let me see something. I found him, Cooper, and Cinema. Okay. It's very difficult for me to navigate the comment section once I have to go backwards. So hold on a second. If you want to ID like you get your opinion. Okay, here I am. Let's see. Why don't people ever make or very rarely make X's out of American chert? Only people I've seen do it nap it out of Georgetown. Why don't people ever make or very rarely make X's out of American chert? Only because I've seen it. Because the American shirt is not that easy to get, and it seems like a waste to make X's out of it. That's the question. That's the answer. American shirt is getting harder and harder to get in sizes for axes. And who wants to waste a good shirt on an axe when you can make a lot of money or trade the shirt for something very valuable or sell the shirt instead of making an axe out of it? Making axes is very wasteful, believe it or not. It's wasteful in time and material. Any videos this week that have the nap-in schedule? Yeah, I've just put it in all my videos in the past 2 months. They all have it in the comment section. I will look. Let's see. All previous videos have the list now. Yes. I went back 2 months and put it in all the comment sections. The nap-in list. It has 2 parts because I divided it in 2 parts because if I want to post it to Facebook or post it to Instagram, the original nap-in list was way too long. So I had to divide it in 2 parts. Probably get free flakes of exotic materials at nap-ins. Yes, that's true. Sending some time. Let's see. Yes, spending some time around a really good napper is invaluable as a resource to improve. Makes for a fun as hell weekend too. Yes. I don't recommend it enough. I can't recommend it enough to go to a nap-in. Go to a nap-ins. That's where you find everything. Dan Thoyce, you might know who he is. Yeah, I know him. Has a lot of different rock points. Do you know where he got his rock from? He gave me a few different stories. I don't think they are all bifaces slabs. Dan Thoyce gets his rock from all over the place. Um, a lot of rock he gets from a guy that no longer sells to the public. That's probably where he got stuff that you don't know where he got it from. I'm trying to remember his buddy's name. He no longer sells to the public. He just attends nap-ins. He's got a truckload of stone every time he comes to the Brady nap-in. I can't remember his name. But I haven't made an effort to memorize his name because he doesn't want his name out in the public anymore. He doesn't deal with the public. He just deals with certain people. And there are rock suppliers like that. They don't like dealing with the public. They only deal with certain nappers. That's it. And Dan buys from one of those types of sellers. I've seen it happen at the Brady Nap-In in Brady, Texas. Gulf Coast Napping. Jacob sells boxes of nice flakes for $65. I got one. Great for small points. And yeah, Gulf Coast Napping. $65 for a box. Not too bad. That's probably a medium flat rate box stuffed full. Amazon shop stopping Kindle soon. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's see. I saw a leather cylinder filled 3/4 with birdshot and sewed it shut. Okay. I'm going to try to catch up with the messages, and then I'll sign off. It's already past the 2-hour mark. Let's see. My wife is a dead-eye shot with a crossbow. Unfortunately, she hasn't gone deer hunting with me. Let's see. It's nice to know there is at least one fellow napper nearby. I have brought artifact collection to schools, and the kids think I'm an archaeologist. Kids think I'm Indiana Jones. Yeah, getting back to the question, if I've got a background in archaeology, no, but I need to do the research myself because I can't depend on the studies. I have an engineering and drafting background, and I'm used to reading technical manuals and technical studies, archaeological studies. And I notice the archaeological studies are not that good. Okay, I'm being nice. So I have to do my own research and come up with my own hypotheses and test those myself. The archaeological studies are, I don't know what I don't know what training the archaeologists are getting in logic, but it's not sufficient. Or engineering. Archaeologists are not getting training in engineering or logic. So their studies are, I don't know. I won't say. Let's see. I find people saying they're interested, maybe made free tools for people and they never got into it. Almost feel like I should have my own nap-in so they can hang out and have fun. Yeah, do that. Have your own nap-ins. Brett Stewart, hello. I'm going to end the live streams as soon as I can catch up with the messages. I might actually be able to get Pullman or Palouse for one. Love to see it happen. Good night, Patrick. Live streams are informative and fun. Thanks. You're welcome, Ross. We'll see you next time. When I was a child, my next door neighbor was a napper, so I got off to a really good start. Oh, dang. That's awesome. I have a napper that lives down the street, but I never see him anymore. People tell me he's a napper, but I've never gone to talk to him. Bye, all. Battery going dead. We'll see you later. See you later, Bushy. Is there any nappers around in the Columbus, Mississippi area that you know of? Not that I know of, but there's plenty in Louisiana. There's a Niblets Bluff nap-in Louisiana. Niblets Bluff. I think you can type it in just as a Google search or try to get in contact with N Doghouse in the comment section here, or just ask again in the comment section in one of my videos. Do you know of anybody in Mississippi? Niblets Bluff Knapping is where you'll find people from Mississippi, because that takes place in Louisiana. Niblets Bluff, Niblets, I think it's with an S, Nibletts, Bluff, Bluff. Let's see. Good night, Patrick. Justin says good night. Looking forward to the auction. Yeah. Good. Chasing gold for 2 decades gave me my crash course in geology. Hated rock before that. Now I'm surrounded by rock and I love it. All righty. Beautiful. Very informative live tonight. I'm glad you think so, Jordan. You're very welcome. See you Monday. Yep. Would love to attend the nap-ins, but my parents wouldn't like me going in the middle of nowhere hitting rocks with strangers. I don't know. You can just try it. I thought you said it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. Good night. Good night, Alan. Thanks for the live stream. Have a good weekend. Yep. We'll see you later. See you later, Mike. Good night. Good night, Patrick. And Team Nap Fanatics. Yes. See you later, Jesse. I meant to look at the email I sent. Patrick, I meant look at the email I sent and tell me what you think of my work on a live stream. Oh, I see. Jim Cooper. So, okay, take a look at email. That email. I could do it right now, but I got to go take a look. Let's see. Okay. I'll have to do this on the next live stream. Okay, so I crossed that one out and take a look at email on live stream. Yeah, I'll do that. I just need to make sure that I do that. Make sure I look at that note, or you can send me a reminder. I'll do it. I have nothing against doing it. Okay. I'm still trying to catch up with these messages. Let me go backwards here. The backwards thing on this is so stupid. That's right. Niblets Bluff Park in Vinton. There you go. Good night, Patrick. See you later, Bill. Good night. Good night. Brutus, okay. Except when it floods at the park and the napping gets relocated to RV park. Oh, I see. Yeah, Niblets Bluff sometimes gets flooded. Thanks for the live stream. You're very welcome. Night to all. Yes. God bless you. Yes. Gnarly, Jim. My door is always open. Yep. I think I added to my sites and attached a few pictures. I added a link to my sites and attached a few pictures. The pics wouldn't take long. Okay. All right. I'll take a look at that, Jim. I have a live stream on Monday night. All right. I'm going to end the live stream. We'll see you guys later. Good night.